Hi everyone and welcome to my place. It's all about Thanksgiving at my house and I absolutely love it. It's that time of the year when you actually can give thanks, and it's wonderful having friends and family around, and you know, even if you haven't got much, just to be gracious that you do have your friends and family around you. That is pure magic to me. Now, I've had lots of requests asking if I could show everyone who's interested how to make a Thanksgiving centerpiece for gracing your tables come these celebration times. So what I thought I would do is I would just have a wee hunt around and see what I could find. You don't need very much for this type of design. Anything that you've got will do, even if it was just filled with lovely autumn leaves and a few berries and a bit of fruit. It doesn't matter. And I think that sometimes just to put a bit of effort into it by, well, actually it looks like you put effort in, but you didn't because you just gathered everything. So I've got this lovely rusticy sort of troughy tin here that I'm going to use, and I love the colourways, which I think is sort of like quite organic and raw. That can be really lovely. If you didn't have one of these, maybe a terracotta trough would do, or even a bucket. You might even have, I don't know, a box would even do, and wrap it with a tea towel or something, or use a pumpkin would, you know, anything will do as long as you've got your structure. Into here I have put some grey foam because I'm going to be using artificial, and you'll see that I've actually used it because I'm into waste not, want not. And yep, it gets to live another day, that foam, which I think is really good in this world where there is a little bit too much waste. Okay, so I've got 3 stems of this lovely autumn coloured or autumnal coloured foliage. It's the wrong time of the year for me to be having anything that's got those lovely autumny colours in them, because anyway in Auckland here we don't actually have anything that turns because it's just too warm. So what I'm going to do is just like everything else that I've done, just imagine that there's a line that's running through there, and that's your central point. So everything that I do now will just come off either side of that imaginary line through there. So I just stick that into there. You could cut these, but as I said, they're artificial. I might get to use them another day. So just layering those leaves down through there. And then with this one here, I'm just going to bend that because I may get to use this in another arrangement some other day. So push that into there and just push those over the sides there. I've got a couple of bits of lovely spruce or conifer, and it's got the lovely bits of frosting onto it. Well, it's a bit of glitter, but it looks like frosting to me. And I thought that that would be quite nice as the temperatures are starting to cool, that there could have been a bit of frost, so that would be quite nice to bring into the design. So I'll bring that down and into there and just bend it down. And I'll do the same over this side. So I've got, in fact, I'm not, I'm going to put it this way here. Put all of that going this way, like so. I've got a little bit of grape here, which I'm going to put in. And I must just say that the wine that I made this year has actually now gone into the bottles, and I'm very impressed with my efforts for this year's wine. And I'll put that in over to there so that that's bringing the green through, and it doesn't matter that that's just all in that end there because it's a nice little, it's a nice texture. I also have a little bit of what I'm calling wild rosemary, so I'm just going to put that into there. I've got these lovely berries, which I thought were quite a lovely colourway from the container through into my berries. So I'm just going to put one of those up this end. So pretty much what I'm doing is what I'm doing on one side, I'm just repeating it through to the other side. Oops, there's a little bit of broken bit there, we'll take that bit off. Bending that so that that can go into there like so. And if you were using fresh materials, use the green foam for this type of design. Now, I've also got some little gum nuts here, which I thought were quite delicious. I'm just going to push that down into there, and that can just sort of sit and just be at that end, and then I'm going to repeat that over this end as well, and I'll show you that when I've finished it so that you can see. So I've just got that lovely complement going through. So I've got that one going down, and this one over this side, I've got that just sitting up just a little bit higher. I also have this I wanted a fresh tomato and couldn't find one, but I just thought that that would be quite nice to just stick through there with that lovely colour. You might have some grapes, or you might have some lovely berries that you could use. So I'm just going to lay that on the top surface there. So pretty much it's just steps and steps and steps. And because it's going to go onto a table, I don't want it too high, because I don't want the guests on one side of the table having a fight looking through the flowers on the other side. Now, I also have some of these little bulrushy things, which I thought were quite nice. So I'm just going to bend that up, and I'll place that down into there. And I think I'll just sort of bend those so that, in fact, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to cut that, because that is just going to annoy me because it's too high and it won't sit properly. Cut that bit there off, and then just get a bit of movement into this, because I know that they do sit up, but it's quite nice to just have a little bit of movement. Let's put that there, and if it's visually too high, you can always move it out. Now, I've got these bulrushes too, which I thought were quite nice with the grasses. And do I like those, or do I not like those? No, I actually think that that's enough of those, so we'll put those to the side. Now, I've got a pumpkin here, which I'm just going to stick a satay stick into that, and I'm going to bring that over to there, like so. So that's just going to sit up into there. And I've got an apple. I love using fruit. So bring my apple in there, and that can just sort of be placed into there. Whoops, a bit tall. Oh, I hate it when it does that. To push that into there, and I'll just cut that little bit off there. That can just be nestled down into there. I love it when you can make a beautiful design, and you don't actually have to have that many, you don't have to have flowers in it, or just a bit of fruit, just whatever you've got. That's what I think is that's what I prefer to do when it comes to designing. That can go down into there. I've got a yellowy coloured pear. I'll bring that into there. And I've got another apple. So I'll just stick the satay stick into that, and that can just go into there. So all the big stuff, or the heavy stuff, goes into the centre of my design. And I've got a little pumpkin. I'm just going to bring that down and into there. And if you wanted to bring in some other leaves, these here, I'm going to cut these bits here. Well, that obviously didn't want to go there, did it? So we'll just not worry about that. Put a few autumn leaves in there. And I'll put that and go into there like that. Oh yes, beautiful autumn colours. And these two, a little bit more into there like that. Stick it. Oh, look at that. Perfect. And I've got one little leaf, so I'm just going to bring that wee leaf into there. How's that for? Quick and easy. I'll just get rid of all of this because we didn't need that. We could have used it, but I don't think that we need it. But just look at that. How cool is that? Easy, easy, easy. Something nice for the table. No fuss. Pretty easy to put together. I hope you've enjoyed that, and that this, or something like this, might grace your Thanksgiving table this year. And I hope that you all have a lovely day together. I'll see you again another day.